What the hell?
That's
so old school, bro.
Hell yeah.
That's so 1990s. Put your hands in the air. Yo, 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 put your hands in the air.
Baconator said, what are the 35 reasons? Go back and listen to episode 1.
What are the 35 reasons? Well, should we give them a little breakdown?
Yeah, I mean.
Well, look at that. There isn't such thing as 35 reasons. Maybe for some people there is, but the reason why we chose 35th reason is because we're big White Sox fans, and they happen to be on 35th Street on the south side of Chicago, and we thought it was original to have that name for the podcast. Initially we started only Sox, but then if you follow any type of baseball, you know that they're one of the worst teams out there. And then it got boring pretty soon, like every other subject. So, they're like, man, we got to find something else.
What is consciousness?
Conscience. I don't even know how to pronounce it, bro.
We got the Baconator in here.
Yeah.
From Wendy's. We're already recording or what?
Yeah, it's going, bro. What is consciousness?
Man, first of all, this guy's you could tell his first language is in English. He can't even say a simple word.
Yeah,
that has like 17 letters in it.
I feel like consciousness would be something that you answer when you're tripping on either magic shrooms or right.
Yeah,
or you hit a hard ass dab, bro. Yeah. That's because if you look at it from a sober person's perspective, they're just gonna be like, "Oh, I'll give you the most simple answer there is to it."
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah.
But if you good answer, thank you, bro. I feel like Baconator is on a different level, dude. He's flying right now.
His name is Baconator.
Baconator.
Bacon.
Facts.
Baconator.
Yeah, what's up, Baconator? Where you hitting us up from, bro?
Yeah.
Let us know. We got a whole hour to BS around, and we're trying to grow this thing, man. We've been trying for 2 years.
Hey, look, man. Listen. I was listening to this statistic. From another podcast, and thank you for the follow, bro. He followed us, bro.
Thank you, dude.
I was listening to this podcast pretty much describing the origin of where podcast started.
Yo.
Crazy, bro. Podcast started in 2004.
Damn, shorty.
2004 or 2007. One of those two.
Yeah.
But I was like, God dang. And obviously you didn't even know about podcasts back then. Also, did you know why it's called a podcast?
No, I did not.
It's actually pretty simple if you think about it.
Okay, hit me up.
So if you can see, where is it? Right here over my shoulder. What has those first 3 letters in it?
P-O-D?
Yeah.
Pod?
Yeah.
Pod? Uh-huh.
What word? What brand?
Pod. I don't know, dude.
Pod? iPod.
Oh, because of iPod?
So,
damn, dude. That's way back, boy.
But I'm saying, though, it's simple. You wouldn't even think about it.
Well, actually, when you said pod, bro, I thought about the little...
Where Goku goes?
No, dude, the pod, the little things that you throw in the machine, the washer machine.
Oh, the Tide Pods?
Yeah, the Tide Pods.
Fucking, anyways, yeah. Supposedly, the first person to do a podcast recorded an episode in their iPod.
Yeah.
And they called it a podcast because it's a broadcast. So iPod broadcast. You put it together, it's a podcast.
Damn, bro.
So it's pretty dope. It's pretty dope to know that it technically started with Apple, and now podcast is used through different platforms. So that's pretty cool.
Podcast.
But anyways, back to the way I was gonna start this, because you were saying how we're trying to get our name out there. I heard this podcast that was talking about it.
Yeah.
That 90% or like 98%, one of those 2% in the 90s for sure though.
Yeah.
90% of people who start a podcast only do one episode and then never do anymore.
Give up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then after that, out of those 10% left,
yeah,
only 20% of those
yeah.
do 3 or more episodes.
Damn, dude.
And then like 2% of that do 20 episodes or more.
Damn.
So I was like, so at the end, like the number that ended up being the 2% was 20,000 podcasts. So there's 20,000 podcasts out there still active.
Worldwide? Is that worldwide or
yeah,
here in the U.S.?
I think it has to be worldwide. But anyways, they said that out of those 20,000, it's not a big number compared to, you multiply that by like however the first percent was. Imagine how many there would have been. But 20,000, and we're one of those 20,000 technically.
Nice.
So
well, when you say 20,000 and you're talking about worldwide, doesn't feel like it's that many. But I'll tell you what, I didn't know anything about podcasts until I started listening to my boy Joey Diaz.
Yeah.
Because I started getting into the comedy. I think it was maybe right around COVID time that a lot of things came back, dude. They got hip again, you know what I'm saying? Like the card collecting. I was never a card collector myself.
Yeah.
And then somehow I open up my closet and I find a White Sox baseball card from 2005 that your brother-in-law had hidden there for some reason, bro.
Yeah.
And I got interested, and I kind of had a flashback to when I was younger, dude.
Yeah.
From people that would take me to Walmart, friends of the family, or my mom.
Yeah.
And I would always remember that rack with all the baseball cards and Pokemon cards. And I was like, man, I remember from being a kid, how did I never get into it? You know what I'm saying? But something during COVID made everybody's perspective change.
Yep.
That you started getting interested in things that you were like, nah, that's whack. Why?
Yeah,
because
once you get older.
Not only because you get older, bro, because when you're younger, you just out there, you hanging out with your homies, you're BSing around the hood, whatever.
Yep.
But then when you hit that, when you combine getting older and COVID, bro, I'm telling you, I was doing puzzle pieces. Me and my wife, bro, we did at least 7 or 8 of them. The 1,000 pieces one, and I would always talk crap about myself not being patient. I'm so impatient. Doing those puzzle pieces had me on a different level, boy. I was like, damn, dude, I would have never have ever seen myself doing anything like this, bro. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that we started a podcast and 2 years after we're still doing it, and we're still trying to get people to join, to voice their opinion, because that's what I feel a lot of the times, that a podcast has to involve everybody, because everybody wants to get their opinion out there, bro. And I feel like as long as you're respectful and you truly say what you mean and what you feel, when you're not hurting anybody else's, not only feelings, but like religion, beliefs, whatever choices that you want to make in life. And I, that's something that I feel that we could grow into, both of us, and the podcast, bro. To have some people come in and voice their opinion, and for us as regular dudes, give our personal view. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that would be a cool way to connect with other people.
Hell yeah. I mean, that's what we're trying to do, Like, if, for example, right now, since we're still at the beginning, I'm sure whoever is listening is still listening, obviously. If you're out there and you want to voice your opinion on anything, just hit us up, hit me up on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. If you know me personally, go for it. If you happen to have my number, which not a lot of people do, but you got it, let me know. Doesn't matter the subject, as long as we can put it out there, And then, hit us up here on the messages on our TikTok page, or hit us up on Instagram, and pretty much anywhere you could get in contact with us, do it. We're actually, looking for, virtual guests is the easiest way to go about it right now, because not a lot of people could make it at our new recording time. So I'm just putting it out there. Me and Mike were talking about it before we started recording. If you're out there and you want to, if you're available pretty much, let's say between 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. on Fridays is when we record. So 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. you're available, and you wanna get on here or just your voice. Let us know.
Hell yeah,
we'll get you on.
We're open to the idea because I think it's come to a point where just me and Boogeyman are like, damn, looking at each other, and we don't wanna be the boring ass podcast that basically we just entertain ourselves, bro.
Yeah, and for example, like me and you, we listen to a lot of podcasts, and the people that we listen to have an interesting ass life. So every week they come back and talk, and we're like, oh man, today I met Salma Hayek, and you know, we can't do that.
We can't do that, but we also go through different things on a
that normal people go through.
Yeah,
so,
like regular people that go to work 9 to 5 or 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. Freaking that things that happen to them, things that you're afraid of when you step out of your door, bro. Because let's face it, the world's changed, man, and things that scare us now didn't scare us before, and I feel like that's world's changed a lot, especially here in the U.S., bro. Yeah. I remember I just went downtown to get my daughter's passport this morning. Yeah. And freaking, I remember, bro, when I was younger, I would go downtown, and downtown almost felt like you couldn't step there if you didn't have a little bit of money. You know what I'm saying, bro? Yeah. And now I've heard of people, and I heard from people that it's like, man, dude, Chicago's downtown is turning into like New York downtown, bro.
Hell yeah.
And I don't only mean it like in a bad way, bro, but it's so trafficated now.
Yep.
Crazy. People are just loitering out there, and the whole migration thing is I think it's hit the main cities, bro. It's hit them hard. You know.
Well, that's where they all went. All the big cities, all the sanctuary cities.
The sanctuary cities.
So that's why you see it a lot in social media, because most of the big cities, New York, Chicago, LA, cities like that. You're gonna see a lot of immigrants going there because they're protected.
They feel safe in a way, and they it's good that they feel safe. I'm not against people being unsafe or feeling like they gotta be running from the law or whoever. Yep. But I do feel like especially like the government could have done a better job at solving some of these issues. Yep. Not only for them, but for the community, because it would have worked out a better way if things would have been done right. Yeah. And now it's almost at that point where people's getting frustrated. Yep. And people's out there trying to retaliate, bro, because I've seen it. Yeah. People's out there retaliating now, bro, and it's people against people. It's not people against law anymore.
Yeah. That's the crazy part, like people, especially after COVID, people started taking action into their own hands, so to speak. That's why that's why all the loitering happened. When they went into the stores and steal.
Oh, yeah, whatever it is. No, I know. Looting. Bro, yeah.
I was close.
Alan's brain got looted right now.
No, loitering is that shit you see on stores where it says no loitering. Yeah. Anyways, that's when all the looting started, because hey, people are not gonna listen. We're gonna make them listen. And that's pretty much what happened. So hopefully, like it's crazy out there, man. It's a crazy world.
I've never I've never maybe said this, or I have, I don't know, but there, I think it has a lot to do with us getting older too, and maybe some of the younger people's not gonna feel this way. Yeah. But it's like, bro, I remember before it was like, man, fuck police, you know what I'm saying? Like and bro, when you get older, and it's like you start realizing things like, damn, dude, we need some of them blues out here, because otherwise things would be out of control, bro. Yep. Before it was like, people could control themselves, and they could chill and unite, and it's like, damn, bro, when you look at things in the big picture, it's like
crazy,
bro. That whole looting scene was mad, bro. It was mad, and you start realizing how much some of these local owners work for their local business.
Yeah.
And then somebody just breaks in, bro, and they just,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, see, the crazy part is, and I think I said it back in the day, back in the OG days when we started, you know, a lot of people that looted, you know, small businesses thinking, you know, they're going to make a difference. But people were dumb about the looting. They were breaking into small businesses and doing dumb stuff when it should have been like, yo, big names, big name brands, you know. At least it would have made an impact somehow to some people. But, you know, if you're over there breaking into mom and pop spots, what's the point of that? You're just hurting them. And a lot of these mom and pop spots closed down during COVID times because, you know, they had to close down because, you know, obviously first they had to shut it down because of the whole COVID. And then some restaurants were able to open because, you could only do outside and some places couldn't do that.
Yeah.
And the worst part is, you know, it went on for at least 3 months before they let people back into restaurants. And by that time, people couldn't pay the rent of the restaurant or who knows what happened. So, you know, it sucks. That's another reason why last week I was like, man, you got to support the mom and pop spots. Because, you know, something like that were to happen again, you know, at least they'll probably have a little money in the bank to, you know, get through that stuff again.
I mean, some people just plainly couldn't recover from it, and that's you know, not only because of the whole people couldn't visit the stores or you know, but also because it was hard for them to come up with whatever rent they had to pay. And then if there was damage done to their property, then that's already too much. You know, especially if you're not selling anything or if you're not serving people like that. Well, then, you know, obviously a lot of those mom and pop business, like you said, they just, you know, they went down the drain. They couldn't recover. And man, that sucks, bro, that, you know, so some of these people put their life investments into a little shop and that was the end of that. So,
yeah, it sucks, man. You know, seeing stuff like that happening, and you know, and stuff obviously is out of your hands. You know, what can you do about it? That's why you know you gotta do what you can. You know, when you can. That's why, like I said again, you know, support small little grocery stores. I know that not everybody has them, but you know, wherever you can.
Yeah, that's dope, dude.
And support more than anything. Support your small podcasts like us. Hey, me and Mike were saying, so if you're listening again, I'm gonna bring it up one more time. If you wanna come on here, let us know. We are starting a donation fund for the 35th Reason podcast. You know, me and Mike were thinking, yo, how about we get some people to, you know, send us some gifts, you know, and take that as a donation, obviously to put it towards, you know, equipment. We actually. Before we started recording, we're over here struggling with a light that we got for our quote unquote set, little studio, and you know we're over here struggling to, you know, with some stuff because your boys, you know, we blue collar workers, you know, we work to pay the bills and we can't always, you know, spend a little. Equipment is not cheap.
Yeah, that's true.
So, you know, we were saying, hey, send us a little gift or two. And then, you know, eventually, you know, we'll put up, we were saying we're going to put up like prompts on the screen. Hey, send us 100 roses and, you know, we'll pick something out of a box and maybe it's a dare, maybe it's a challenge, you know. Hey, if you like that idea, let us know.
Or just you know, send us a little rose and send us a topic with it, bro. You know,
especially because if you happen to hop on our live, obviously if everybody knows TikTok, you send a little, even one gift, your name pops up, and as soon as your name pops up, send a comment and you'll be like, yo, I want to talk about Donald Trump.
Yeah, whatever, dude, whatever, man, whatever you want to bring on the table, bro. This is like having dinner with your family, bro, and you know what I'm saying, and you're discussing all types of crazy stuff, bro.
Yeah, and look, another thing that we're gonna get is we're gonna get a hotline. We already have it, but we just need the people to call in.
Yeah, like man, did you listen to that one podcast? It was something like that about a hotline, bro.
Yeah.
That some dude started leaving a post like
Yeah.
on the streets of New York,
Uh-huh.
and you could basically call that number. I forgot the name of the podcast right now, but
Yeah.
it was really interesting, bro. And this is like early '80s, maybe, bro.
Yeah.
So he put a phone number out there, and basically what you did is you get that number, you
Yeah.
call, and you confess to a crime that you never got caught for.
Yeah.
So then, people are just calling and they're ranting
damn.
and they're confessing to a bunch of things, bro.
Damn.
And so the dude that started the whole hotline thing
Yeah.
eventually passed away, but the wife kept all the recordings. Now we're talking about the little cassette, bro.
Yeah.
So they turned all of that into a podcast, right? And so the whole podcast series is super interesting because at the end of the podcast, or like in the middle of the podcast,
Yeah.
he has a serial killer calling him, bro,
Damn.
confessing to, and it's a true
Yeah.
story, bro.
I looked it up and everything.
Yeah, so
That's crazy.
so the guy gets really hooked on this guy's story, and he breaks his own rule
Yeah.
that you can't contact whoever is calling.
Damn.
So now this guy is leaving messages to the person that's calling
Damn.
to try to find him.
Damn.
Yeah, bro. I'm gonna hit you up with the name of it. I can't remember right now, but it's one of the most interesting podcasts that I've listened to because, like, it's those type of podcasts that you just binge on, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. So it was
Sounds interesting.
No, it's super interesting, bro.
Yeah. Oh, you know who else does that? Chris DiStefano.
Chris DiStefano.
Except he only does one voicemail at the end of his podcast.
Okay.
He has a number that people call in and then leave a voicemail. And you would think, oh, a lot of people are going to call. He's going to play a bunch of voicemails. He only plays one at the end. I'm like, damn, what's the point of that? Discourages me to call and be like, oh, mine might get put up there.
You be down to call or what? What do you got to do? Like, you
I already
confess to
called.
something?
I called one podcast and it was pretty dope because you call in, it sends you straight to a voicemail. It's not,
Yeah.
It doesn't even ring. It's like literally a voicemail box.
Uh-huh.
And you call in. This was another podcast. Like you call in, and then it just says, "Hey, you reached so and so, and whatever topic we were talking about, leave your comment or you know and say something." I know Chris DiStefano does that where he's like, "Oh, hey, give me a call. What you think about this topic?" And then he gives you the number.
Ah, okay,
But
gotcha.
like I said, it's dumb. I feel like it's dumb because he only puts one voicemail at the end. But
so he might get thousands or hundreds of
yeah,
calls.
you never know. That's what I'm saying. He might have 1,000 listeners, but he only puts one.
Yeah, I'm sure dude
voicemail.
has a lot of listeners, but if you're only putting one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you were to put at least like 10 a week, at least a little bit more, you know, more courage to call in and be like, oh, mine might get put up there. You never know. But nah, what's the point if one out of freaking let's say 10,000 people call and he has to pick one?
Yeah, that sucks.
And I bet you it's not even him. It's his female assistant. That they call Venatia. The Italian girl. I think it sounds Italian at least. But yeah, that would be pretty cool to do. So yeah, if you're listening to this podcast on Monday, anytime after Monday, and that seems like something you would like to do on Friday we usually record it like at 1 to 2:30.
2:30, and there's the Central Time. So if you're in a different time zone, just let us know. We'll hook everything up, man. Don't be afraid. It's cool to interact with other people and hear some different stories, bro.
Yeah, call us for 2 minutes. We'll put you on. That way you could show this podcast to somebody you know and be like, yo, I was on a podcast.
You know what's the only thing that kind of gets me, bro? That sometimes I don't feel like very sure of what to say when we're doing the live.
Yeah.
Because I feel that the live could get cut any second.
Like it has before.
Like it has before, and sometimes you say things you don't even realize that you're like, oh damn, did I say something wrong? And it's like I feel also that. Some people would not want to call because they're like, man,
I mean, forget about the live, you know. If you're listening, you could call us. Don't worry about the live, you know. If it gets cut off, it gets cut off. Because whatever you talk about, it's gonna go on the podcast. You got over there, Bert Crusher and Tom Segura talking about Hitler. I think we'll be all right.
Yeah. Oh, they go live on TikTok too?
No. But I'm saying their podcast.
Oh, no. The podcast.
That's what I'm saying. Don't worry about the live, you know?
Yeah, that's true. The podcast, we're open, bro. I mean, you know.
You're saying it because you're worried about the live.
Yeah, just because
we worked. Yeah, we worked hard to be able to go live on TikTok, but we got to work harder to get more listens out there on our podcast, you know? So, like I said, the live is nice. But we could always go live on Facebook. We could always go live on Instagram. And, you know, eventually there'll be another platform.
Hell yeah, where you're more open. Like, eventually Trump will come up with a platform where you could just rant about whatever you want.
I'm pretty sure it's out there.
Yeah, right.
We don't know about it.
We're just not invited yet.
Fucking Illuminati over there. Oh shit, our TikTok about to get canceled.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying though?
Can't say the I word.
Can you even what do you cuss on this?
Yeah.
But it depends.
As long as there's nothing racist. Yes, for example, that's the reason we got our live canceled for 10 days last time. I said something
about Asian people.
Joking. Hey man, they're about to get us canceled. I'm literally trying to avoid it.
No, there's nothing wrong with Asian people though.
Hey man, you never know.
You see what I'm
apparently to TikTok it is. And I mean, obviously what I said, you know, I was repeating something I said. I actually was reading a comment. That was the crazy part, because it was in the comment and I was reading it, and you know, it went boom. I said it, so it's on the live audio. So boom.
Yeah, with one of your homies too, right? I think it was one of your homies that.
Anyways, shout out to that guy. He's a loyal listener. He's the only guy who during the 2-3 weeks that we didn't record. Well, two guys, because J-Mass did too.
Yeah.
So shout out to my boy Tony Tech. And J-Mass, because both of them are loyal listeners. J-Mass somehow is not in here today. Weird.
Yeah, dude.
Shout out to Tony, loyal listener out there. He's my boy. He works overnight. He works for another spot. I'm not gonna put it out there. But you know, we talk a lot overnight, and he always like, yo, what happened to the podcast? And I'm like, yo, I don't know, man.
That's cool, though, bro, when people are actually hitting you up. Like,
hey, bro, and then on top of that, one of the 3 weeks that we didn't record, he called off on a Friday, and he wanted to come out.
Dang, dude. Yeah. So it was just the wrong time.
Because he gets out of work at 8 in the morning, so he's right now he's asleep, or else he would be in here. So, man.
Man, we got to come up with some time to invite TNT.
Yeah, so freaking... We'll see what happens. But yeah, anyways, we've been talking about this subject for a minute.
Bro, I wanted to bring up a subject with you, and this might be a little controversial. And I know for all our listeners, it's going to be because, you know, I have mixed feelings on it.
Yep.
I recently saw a story on Instagram about a man from Texas. They got the capital penalty, capital punishment, bro.
Yeah.
And at the end of his reporting, because it was almost like news reporting.
Yeah.
He mentioned that this guy till the end of his time, which it was last week when they put him out.
Yeah.
He claimed his innocence, but this guy was saying how they deep dive into the whole investigation, bro, for the crime. And apparently there was some doubt that this guy committed those two crimes, right? You know, he was charged with taking two people's lives, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, they gave him that lethal weapon, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And freaking I was like, man, what are you feelings on that, bro? Because we know that Texas and Florida are some of the only states that still have that punishment up to this day. But I know it's been abolished from, you know, a lot of other states. What are your feelings on that, bro?
Shit, I mean, I feel like it should be allowed in every damn state.
You do?
Hey man, people be committing crimes that you shouldn't. I mean, I'm like
You got mixed feelings too,
yeah,
or what?
I'm like on a seesaw. Yeah, like I don't know where to go because I feel like a lot of people might think like this. Death is an easy way out.
Right.
Obviously, you're not gonna get to suffer in jail, as a lot of people say. You know why the reason it's an easy way out. You get killed and boom, that's it. You don't pay in a way, obviously, for the crime. So that's why I'm like, I guess that would kind of be against it.
Yeah.
So yeah. So
like you mean there's no more punishment in life. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's say, for example, let's say you're 21 and you commit a crime that you could get 40 years for, or life. I mean, or death. And boom, you get death. You're 21. You could have been in prison for till you were over 60.
Right.
And that's pretty much almost your whole life.
Yeah.
And you didn't get to enjoy life at all outside of prison. And then, or the other way around, you're 21 and you get the death penalty and boom, just like that, you're dead.
You're done.
You didn't pay, put in time. So that's what I'm saying. It depends how you look at it.
It's because I feel like even people that support the idea would, at the end of the day, still have mixed feelings on it.
Yeah.
Just because we are humans, and no matter, you could be a hard ass dude, but there is feelings inside of you, because in order for you to become a hard ass, you had a soft side before.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And there's always that little bit. There's always that little bit of heart still left in you where you're like, damn, that sucks. Because I've met some people that are like, oh, they're hard ass on people, but then they see a dog being kicked, right?
Yeah.
They see a dog being kicked and he's like, oh, yeah, dude, get that dude.
Yeah, that's how it happens, man.
Usually there's a lot of people like that where like, oh, humans are this and they're monsters. And then they see a dog being kicked. Oh, dude.
Yeah. Look, it's funny. I looked up some random facts randomly.
Can you say that though? Are you?
Yeah. Well,
I don't think
there's the live way to say it. Okay. So I've pulled up this random fact that it perfectly goes with this subject. Mm-hmm. So in the 19th century, unaliving yourself, as people on TikTok and podcasts like to say, unaliving yourself was treated as a crime. So if you got caught trying to commit that crime, quote unquote, you got punished by going to jail or getting the death penalty. Isn't that messed up?
Yeah.
So pretty much you failed at doing it yourself. So you're going to go to jail or we pretty much do it ourselves.
Yeah. So either you're really good at taking yourself out, or somebody else will do it for you.
Right. So it's I actually not subscribed, but I downloaded this app.
Yeah.
That it throws you like random facts throughout the day.
Yeah.
For random for our podcast.
Yeah, that's cool, bro.
As you can see right here, look, I sent them to myself. I have a few.
That straight up came in clutch though, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It came in during the perfect time. So yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy, that but yeah, that's how I feel about the death penalty and all that. So that's what I'm saying. Either it's a good thing because boom, you committed a crime, and boom, you don't longer get to live. Boom, that's it.
But like for somebody like because right now the whole true crime thing is popping. You know what I'm saying, dude? Yeah. Every dude, every girl that I know either likes true crime, and I'm guilty of it.
Yeah.
Or they've watched a documentary. It's not like before. I feel like before it was more like like a thing where a lot of people didn't associate with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, don't be watching that. Like, that's not the right thing.
Yeah.
And there was always that little bit of darker people that was like, oh, yeah, I'm into it. Because there's people that have been into that stuff forever, right?
Oh, yeah.
But in recent times, like, it got more popular.
Yep.
But like when you talk about that penalty, when it comes to people like Ted Bundy, bro, Would you let the dude sit it out for like, I don't know, until he's like in his last few breaths, or are
Yeah.
you just like, you're like, bro, next week you done, bro? Because I
Yeah.
mean, let's face it, this dude was, a human monster, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. That's what I'm saying. I don't know how you feel about certain things like that. What would you do?
When it comes to somebody like Bundy,
Yeah.
like you said, bro, I feel like I would have that dude sit it out for much longer than he did,
Yeah.
because and then the other thing is too, they made him so popular, bro. At the end of the day, I think if anything, having him there for that long, bro, it almost turned him into a rock star, bro.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, all this true crime stuff gets a little too popular, and for example, our boy, what's his name, the Night Stalker.
Little Richard,
Yeah,
my boy, Little Richard.
you got females over there getting pretty much turned on by the dude.
Yeah, dude.
And the dude wasn't all that. Look, I mean, according to them, he was, good looking, and girls were going crazy and about him and all that. And anybody pretty much apparently going to jail, gets popular, and apparently you have those not PayPal's
Pinball.
when you get letters from random people in jail.
That's what it is.
Pen pals.
Yeah, I think it is.
But yeah, like for example, a recent one, that girl, what's her name? The hippie girl, what's her name?
Gypsy Rose.
Gypsy Rose. Yeah,
Gypsy Rose.
Yeah, her. The guy she married was sending her letters.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's how they met each other?
Yeah. They met each other because he was sending her letters, and the only reason she picked him was because they were from the same town.
Oh,
so a bunch of guys were sending her letters. Like she said, she got like thousands of letters. So, and she said she was when she was talking to some guys.
Yeah.
Some guys asked her out, or they wanted to be boyfriend girlfriend over in prison.
Damn, dude. Even dudes are into that. That's crazy, bro.
That's crazy. So, I mean, some desperate people out there that in jail there ain't much to do. So
right.
They get their letters answered by random girls. Why not? They feel wanted. So, anyways. She said the only reason she picked this dude was because they were from the same town, I think, in Louisiana.
Yeah.
I think that's where she's from. So that's supposedly the reason she picked him.
I mean, dude must have had some game, though. I mean, he must have had some of that good gypsy game, bro.
Who knows? He had to have something. He probably was good with words because as everybody has seen the guy. He's a big dude, Yeah, and I'm not saying that all girls are, against big dudes.
Nah.
But a lot of girls are like that.
Yeah,
so.
it's, the big dude is out of the question. The whole thing is
like... He looks like Peter Griffin.
Yeah.
So, if you don't know who he is, now you know.
Yeah, now you got a cartoonish idea.
A visual, right.
Yeah, the whole thing is like what I'm saying. He must have some kind of spit game, though.
Yeah.
Dude must have been a real poet because
something.
That girl was damaged, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I did see a picture of her and the dude standing next to her. And, I mean, they look like a happy couple. I'm not going to lie, bro. I mean, after all the things that girl went through, also, like... But you took your mom out, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's still like, I mean, wait, because at first she was going out with somebody else, right?
I guess she was going out with the guy that killed the mom, which is how she convinced the guy to do it.
You think she really convinced the guy, or you think the guy was already a little bit?
Nah, I'm sure he's a little.
He's a little cuckoo already.
As they say on TikTok, I'm sure he's a little acoustic. So he had to, not be okay to be willing to, do that for the girl. Because how crazy do you have to be?
Yeah, dude.
Either not, or it could be crazy, or how easily could you be persuaded to do a crime that crazy?
Yeah, dude. That's a big time crime.
Yeah.
Dude.
Plus, people that get killed, they get investigated real crazy. So hey, what could have happened? They interview everybody in that person's life until they get down to it. So it's crazy.
Yeah, dude, traumatic, bro, for sure. It's traumatic, and the fact that they allowed, because let's be honest, they gave this girl Gypsy Rose a second chance to reboot her life, because that's a reboot, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole Call of Duty reboot, bro. You come
pretty
out,
much.
You come out slinging, dude.
Yeah.
Because this dude, he's offering her love, and however they ended up connecting, like, that's out of the question, bro.
Yeah.
Because she was making some bad choices.
Yep.
And but yeah, that's crazy, dude. That is very crazy that you can convince somebody to.
That's what I'm saying.
To commit a crime like that, because that's what they call crime of passion, right?
Yeah,
could be.
I don't think so. Crime of passion is when, let's say, for example, you're coming home from work and your girl's home. You walk in the door and
you take your girl
and she's banging some other dude.
Oh yeah.
And you killed the dude because you were super mad that you caught her cheating. And that's a crime of passion.
Yeah, I get you.
You didn't plan it. You just did it right there in the moment, and you were just pretty much triggered by her, doing some shit. And that's what a crime of passion is. But
I got you.
But yeah, I know what you're trying to say. You meant the literal way, like the guy had a passion for the girl.
Yeah.
So he committed the crime. But I mean, I don't know, man. That's a subject that
you gotta tiptoe around that subject, right?
Not only that, but I'm sure everybody's already heard about it. So
Yeah, and they got a whole documentary on it too. I think, right?
A documentary. I think even a movie.
They got books and stuff.
Everything, and the girl's doing podcasts, and the girl's real freaking popular. Haven't heard from her in a minute.
She look decent or what?
Not for me, at least.
She a baddie or what?
Not for me. She's fine. Like she's
normal.
She's a good-looking girl, but
For real?
Yeah, she's not like bad-looking. That's for sure. But
out of 10.
Out of 10. She's like a good I don't want to say like she's all that, but I mean, who am I to judge? Look at me. I would say she's like a good 6'7". She's like not below average. That's for sure.
I'm not mad at you, Gypsy Rose.
Hit me up.
Yeah. Hit up this live real quick.
I know, right? But yeah, it's freaking. It's a crazy topic, but like I said, I'm sure it's been talked about a lot, and everybody already knows about it.
Yeah, not the people from the hood though.
Nah.
Not our listeners, bro. Not in our point of view, that's for sure. Hey, did you already watch that Baby Bandito on Netflix, bro?
Nah.
Oh, dude, you gotta watch that, bro. That's another crime story. They called it the crime of the century, or yeah, bro, because these dudes literally broke into an airport, and they stole millions of I don't know what they call it in Chile, bro. I don't know if it's pesos but they stole a bunch of currency from the airline, bro.
Yeah,
that was being transferred to all the ATMs in Chile.
Damn.
And so the cool thing about it is that it's an actual true story based on real people.
Yeah.
And obviously, when you get into those rabbit holes where you go on YouTube, and I did the whole YouTube thing, I was like, damn, dude, this is... Yeah, dude. If you guys get a chance, check out that Baby Bandito on Netflix, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's dope. Yeah.
It's crazy, man. It's there's a lot of stuff out there, so I mean, you never know what you can find. That's what I'm saying. There's so many subjects out there, so many podcasts about certain things, so many YouTube videos about everything. It's crazy to just not, it's hard not to go into a rabbit hole of something.
I feel like this is the episode that we plugged the most stuff ever. Right?
Yeah, Yeah, freaking for example, one of the things I really got into for a minute is To Catch a Predator.
Oh, okay. Wait, wasn't the dude a predator too at the
No,
end?
no, he wasn't. But that series and watching those little episodes, bro, it's crazy. But it catches your attention because you're like, damn, how are people so stupid?
Is it for real though, or you think some of those are acted out?
Maybe some are acted out, but I'm pretty sure most of them are true.
Yeah.
Because if you ever seen them, the girl or the boy who gets used as bait,
yeah,
at the end, they're actually scared when the guy shows up.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, you don't remember how they catch the guy?
I've never, like, I've seen clips of when they catch certain suspect,
Yeah,
or certain individual, but I never seen the bait person. You know what I'm saying?
It's like, I'll use this one for example, one that literally makes me laugh. So it's a girl. It's a girl that is older than 18, but she looks younger. And she opens the door, and a guy walks in, right?
Yeah.
And the dude walks in with a pizza because he came over for a movie night. And the dude walks in with a pizza. The girl, like, oh, come in. Put the pizza on the kitchen table, and then we'll start the movie or whatever.
Yeah.
And the guy's like puts down the pizza.
Right.
And then he's like, can I get a hug? And then she's like, oh, because she's scared. She
legit.
Yeah, like legit. She didn't know what to do, and she's like, I'll be right back. I gotta go to the bathroom. And then she goes into another room, and that's when what's his name, Chris Hansen. Pretty sure that's his name. He comes out with a bunch of papers of like pretty much evidence, all the text, and the dude's like, hey, I'm Chris Hansen. I'm with To Catch a Predator, and then the dude, this dude in this particular episode,
yeah,
he's like super chill, bro.
Oh yeah.
He's pretty much like, damn, I'm caught. And he's like, well, I'm here already. He's like, can I grab a slice of pizza?
Oh.
So he pretty much just like,
So you think he was a previous
No. Like he's like, well, I'm already caught. Might as well enjoy this pizza before you take me away.
With the way that you're describing this dude, it almost feels like he's been caught previously. You know what I'm saying?
I doubt it. I doubt it. But I'm saying he was so chill, like he already knew what was going on though. Like, damn, I'm caught.
Yeah.
I might not get to taste pizza this good in a while. Let me get a slice.
So did you ever do the research on some of these guys? Like, are they in jail still or?
Well, unfortunately, I'm pretty sure this isn't considered like a crazy crime for guys to be in there for like 20 years. I'm pretty sure some of them get a max of like 1 year or 5 years.
Yeah.
Cause yeah, they're talking to technically a minor, but
they still didn't.
They didn't do anything. They didn't like touch. Well, I'm sure some of them do, but in this show, they're on their way to meet the girl.
They catch them before
they do anything.
The incident. Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. In this show, what's the worst they can do? Oh, you were talking to a minor. Some of them send nudes to the quote unquote kid. Yeah. So that's all they have on them. So how much jail can you actually get for that?
Yeah. So
matter of fact, let's look it up live.
You can make like you were not pretending, but you were trying to get into some action.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're not I guess if you don't get caught after the action,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying, because you're basically trying to get into it, so I guess that's less of a crime as if you've already done it.
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
I'm trying to find the best way to describe it. Like when you attempt it, right?
Yeah,
I'm attempting to, or it's not obviously as bad as a crime as I committed it.
Yeah.
So that's why, like, I understand what you're saying, that it's like, maybe 1 or 2 years for attempting to, then 10 to 15 years for already committing it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I always wonder that too, though. Like, do any of the people that watch that show ever search up some of those guys to see if they're still locked up and stuff? Because like you said, I mean, they could already be out there for all we know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It could be anything. So here I looked it up. I'm not getting an exact answer for what we're looking for, but look, for example, there's this one. It says, do people on To Catch a Predator go to jail? It says, unfortunately, not every offender on the show is actually persecuted for the crimes they intend to commit.
Exactly.
So that's what I'm saying. They're not committing a full crime. So there says there was a specific instance in the show in a Texas case where none of the men caught were charged.
Whoa.
So that's what I'm saying. At some instances, they don't get jail time or anything because they don't do the full crime. Yeah, if anything, they probably get sentenced or if any jail time for what's it called when you plan it.
Yeah, that you attempt it.
Yeah, but there's the specific word. When you pre-planned a crime.
Yeah.
I'll premeditate it.
Premeditate.
That's the word. But yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It's crazy.
Wow, dude, that is crazy. I like honestly, that's a legit question that I always had. Like, do these guys get prosecuted for it?
Look, here's another one. What was the conviction rate to Catch a Predator? And this one says by June 30th, 2009. Because if you know the show, it's an old show.
So it's no longer on.
No, I don't think it is.
It's OV.
It's old, yeah. So by June 30th, 2009, all the cases stemming from investigations in Fort Myers, Florida, made it through the court system. Of 24 men captured as a result of the investigations, only 20 were convicted of using the internet to solicit a child for sex.
Dang, dude.
So yeah, so it's crazy because you know what the intentions are, but it's not like a full crime to have intentions.
And then that leads you to think like, man, bro, I wonder all those nasty people that are still out there that have not been caught, bro. Because let me tell you, when I was moving into the neighborhood where I live currently, I did one of those inmate, not inmate, but like people that felonies around the area where I live, bro. And let me tell you, bro.
You came up.
No, I didn't. But, I came up, but not for that. Not for that specific search. It was my picture, right on there.
Yeah,
but the crimes that a lot of these people committed, they're still out there, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And the crazy part is, like, for example, To Catch a Predator, the people who do get convicted, let's say they get 5 years, which is not a lot, obviously, and they come out. The only one of the more required things is now you gotta register as a sex offender.
Yeah.
So that's it. And like you said, you researched it, but not everybody does. Like I didn't, because I mean, for one, at the time I didn't have kids, so it wasn't like a big concern of mine. But now that I think about it, maybe I should go on there and look.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, and I even talked to my wife about it at that time. I'm like, we have this in our hands, right?
Yeah.
We have this device and all this information at our disposal, and a lot of us don't really even do the research, bro. So it's it's good to get it out there. Like, hey, if you're buying a new house, if you're moving into a new neighborhood and you're renting a new spot, like, hey, just maybe, log in there and do a little bit of research and see if you're going to feel safe and if you're even safe at all. And I'm not trying to scare you or creep you out in any way. Because, like, let's face it, it's like that good old saying, when it's not your time, bro.
Yep.
It's just not your time.
Yep.
But when it is, bro, even if you move away from it, it's gonna catch you. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Yep.
But obviously, if you can prevent a lot of those crimes, well, then of course, do a little bit of research. But like I said, bro, I was surprised that a lot of people just they just move in.
Yeah.
You know, but it happens, bro. You know, we're not thinking about that when you're buying a new home, when you're renting a new apartment.
Yeah, all you care about sometimes is the area is nice, and pretty much that's about it.
Is it close to the expressway?
It's close to certain things that you like or don't like, and you know, some other things. You know, for example, like when we got this house, yeah, we live a couple blocks away from the airport, but we didn't even care about that because we really liked the house. That just happened to be a little perk.
Yeah.
So, as I'm saying, it depends what you're looking for at the time, and that's where you're gonna go in there intending to find. Like, oh, for example, you have what, 3-4 dogs?
Yeah.
Maybe next time you buy a house, or if you were to look into another house, maybe one of your big must is a huge yard.
Yeah.
And then you're looking into yards, but forget to look at neighborhoods or or you know, is this close to a grocery store, because you're too focused on your as they say your wants for a house.
Yeah. I mean, hey, some people look at like how close it is to freaking Walgreens or to a firefighter station. You know, there's people that people have different things in their minds. So I don't blame you if you're not thinking about stuff like that. But if we can get it out there, bro, and you know, for the people that do listen to a podcast, like, hey, man, if you want to give a good word of advice to your friends or to, you know, your family when they're buying a new home, hey, just tell them, hey, you know, do a little bit of research on that, specifically on that subject.
Yeah, right.
You know, and that's a really good word of advice from us, dude.
Yeah, especially if you got kids.
From all the BS that we talk. Yeah.
Right. So yeah, that's for sure something that not a lot of people look into. And if, like one of my we just mentioned him, Tony. He's looking into houses, and probably he's listening to this. So hey, now you know. Go look online, and wherever you're looking for a house, go into sexoffenders.com. I don't know what it's called.
Yeah.
Hey, but
it'll pop up though.
Sex offenders, and Google search sex offenders in this area or my area. I'm sure the first website is gonna be it, or not only sex offenders, but you know, criminals in my area. I don't know how. Yeah. I don't know how.
Nah, just felons and felons in my area, and it'll just tell you right there, bro. Yeah. Crazy thing is like Facebook for felons, bro. Yeah. No, I swear, dude, it's got pictures, height. Yeah. Freaking family tree, everything. Favorite dish.
You find everything on Facebook.
Yeah, dude. Man. Favorite kind of soda they drink.
Yeah,
you know,
seriously.
You think that you would have been good bait, Alan, for one of them?
Hell no. I'll be actually caught up. I don't have energy to run away from people.
Alan would have been good bait for what was that show called, bro?
I'll be good for Chubby Chasers. That's what I'll be good for. Hey, what show?
For the one that to catch a pedo. That's the name of it, right? To catch a pedo. The one you were.
Oh yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
I thought you were trying. I thought you were trying to say a different show.
Like if you would have been a good bait.
Hell no, maybe. Maybe.
Nah, dude would try and knock on that door and see Alan and just
walk out. Never mind.
Take the pizza too, bro. He wouldn't even leave the pizza on the steps.
Hey man, leave the pizza. Give me a slice at least. I pitched in.
Yeah.
Hell no.
Oh, that's crazy, bro.
Yep. Hey, let me give you another random fact.
Yeah, before we end it.
Talking about another crime, kind of a crime, not really. There is a Detroit company called Extreme Kidnapping.
Yeah.
Where people pay from $500 to $1,500 to get tied up, shocked by an actual stun gun, and kidnapped for fun.
Nah, dude. That's wild, bro.
Those are those kinky ass people, bro. Hell no.
Yeah, that is some kinky ass stuff.
Look, here's another one. I thought this one was pretty funny. The only Japanese
life has ended.
that's probably because we've been on for an hour.
Yeah.
But anyways, the only Japanese person aboard the Titanic that survived the crash was called a coward in Japan for not dying with the other passengers.
Damn, dude. Bro, I've heard like for Japanese people, dude, committing the act of taking yourself out is basically seen as an honor to do it. You know what I'm saying? And if you like for instance, if you're a Japanese soldier, bro, and everybody in your company just dies, bro, and if you come back just like the message that you or the stat that you gave us, you are seen as a coward, and your family's like how do they your family's like blacklisted almost, bro. So your parents are ashamed of you. Your brothers don't want you at their crib and stuff like that. I'm like, damn, dude. So that's why a lot of them will rather just be gone, bro. Like I'm gone. If I'm a disgrace and my family is basically gonna disown me, imagine your own kids can't even like they don't even respect you because you didn't die, bro. Like that's crazy, dude.
Crazy. It's crazy the crazy ass stuff that goes on around the world.
Different culture, man. Different beliefs. That's I'd rather come back home as a coward, dude. Right?
Screw it, man. It is what it is.
All right, guys, we're gonna end it here. It was super fun. I feel like this, this changed a lot of things, and I hope that you catch that message that we want to invite other people, and that we want you guys to send us a message, so subscribe, and you don't even have to send a gift, man. That's optional. What we really want is to grow and to create better content for you guys and for us, obviously.
And if you made it this far in the episode, thank you. And for sure, if you made it this far, now you gotta share our podcast with 5 people, man. But we for sure want to make sure we get you to give us a call, voice your opinion on anything. At this point, we'll talk about anything with you, get you on here so you could share this little clip of you with some family members, some friends. We're not a huge podcast, but we are trying to be.
Hell yeah. Let's go. Thank you guys for joining, and we'll see you next week.
Peace out, guys.
Bro, did you see that first Shohei Ohtani?
Yeah, socks on top. Socks.